Whoa. It's a great opening scene.
Okay, I don't hear any audio.
Oh yeah, where's the game audio, guys? I mean, Geralt is really sexy, but I need some audio. Cool. Oh, there we go. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, so this is basically sort of a minor quest in the game. It's called Griffin Hunt. You found a contract, or you met somebody, and you got a contract to go hunt a griffin. In fact, and it's Griffin, so it's kind of a normal monster type griffin. There's like more kind of different kinds of griffins as well. So
I see a lot of the old signs for his powers are back, right?
yeah, he's got all the same powers back. The powers are basically the same signs, but they're more. You can level them up, and there are alternate signs now for each power type. So, and most of the alternates are kind of area of effect powers, and of course they get more and more powerful through the game if you build that side of your character up.
Very cool. And before we started, you were talking a little bit about the crafting. So now that he's on this hunt, so we're in an open world right now, and this is not the main story. This is a side quest that we're doing, right?
Yeah. So we're hunting this griffin, and we're using this Witcher senses a lot. And so Witcher senses are kind of cool. It's like you go into this mode and you can see sound clues. So if you have a little sound clue in red, that's going to be an opponent. And you can see blood trails and things like that. And in the lore, the Witchers had these sort of extra sort of abilities, these sort of stronger senses and perceptions, and they can see things better in the world than most common men. And that's because they're basically mutated from birth. They're humans kind of mutated from birth to be monster hunters. So they get all these skills and these magical abilities just to be able to kill monsters as contracts with people. So they go around killing monsters for money.
Can you tell us a little bit more about just like the lore of The Witcher? So this is the third game in the series. I mean, what's kind of like gist of it? Like, what's the story so far for this man?
So this is Geralt of Rivia, and so there's these Witchers are a cast of these monster killers, and by this age, by this period, they're kind of dying off, and he's one of the last ones. But he's supposed to be, the most badass of all of them, basically. So it's about him and his story.
The last of the badasses.
Pretty much. There's more Witchers that are going to show up in this game, but he's renowned to be the sort of the toughest and the best of them.
So who are we running into right now? Are these bandits or?
So this is kind of a random combat encounter, and you were chasing that griffin, but along the way you run into these guys that they're attacking a merchant, and they're getting ready to attack this hut. This hut is where an herbalist lives. So you could choose to go in and you can fight these guys and take them down, which is what we're trying to do here.
Now this is some pretty slick combat. It's almost like we have a pro gamer doing this gameplay for us.
Yeah, it's Luke Knack. He's a pro gamer, pro Counter-Strike gamer, and
champion, right?
World champion Counter-Strike player, and he's one of our gameplay analysts at the studio, and so we want somebody to actually play demos for us. We get Lucas because we know he's going to kick everybody's ass. So
I need Lucas to decapitate this guy right now, or like chop off an arm or a leg. Come on, Lucas, I believe in you.
He's got to set it up for the decap. Let's see if he can pull it off. Might just kill him.
There we go. It's all right. Just finish him if you need to. Oh.
Yeah.
Get him.
So there, he stunned him.
Ah.
Up, and he killed him with a bow.
There we go. Oh, is he still crawling away?
No
I like that.
There.
I love how they just don't fall to the ground. They're just like trying to crawl away for their lives. And is he still alive? That's awesome.
You can come out.
So this is like storytelling here. You kind of break when you have a sequence like this. You break into a dialogue sequence, and then you get lots of choices for dialogue, and that, depending on how you choose things, it can unlock other kinds of quests in the game.
Tracking a griffin.
So this is a character you meet, and now since you've basically taken care of these scumbags that are trying to take her hut down, you can go back to her, and she'll sell you potions and potion ingredients and so forth at lower prices. And
can't she repay us in any other ways?
Sorry?
Can she repay us in any other ways?
Maybe.
I'm just referring to, I guess in previous games, Geralt had a reputation for being very fond of the ladies. Is there
yeah,
still
the ladies
that
are usually more fond of Geralt, so it doesn't have any problem at all getting women somehow. And yeah, there's gonna be sex sequences in the game, but tasteful.
Tasteful, of course.
Yeah,
of course. That's the only way Geralt knows how to do it.
Yeah, we're trying to do mature storytelling, and when you're grown up, you have sex, so that's something that just makes the world more believable, more real for us.
Right. It's about respecting the gamers too, right? So we're still on the hunt for this griffin, right?
Yeah, this is kind of a cool area. It shows you how big the world is when you get up to this vista. And everything you can see in the world, you can actually travel to, and you can go on foot. And in The Witcher 3, we introduce mounted riding, so horseback riding, and there's also going to be mounted combat. So you can use sword, you can fight sword from horse, and you can use that crossbow that we've added to the game also from horseback.
So let's go into the weapons. On his back, I see, his two swords. So he has like the silver sword and his like regular sword.
Yeah,
and
so
he's got something new, right?
So right here he pulls out still sword. And this is sort of the final sort of combat encounter with this griffin, if you can kill him. So Lucas is basically trying to take him down.
Yeah, Lucas. Show him his boss. You almost feel the power of that griffin when it stomps towards you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to hear that stuff. Sound design's really fun to do in the game.
And these encounters can get pretty insane, right? I mean, this griffin's huge, but do they get bigger than this? Can you tell me?
They can get bigger than this, yeah. We can't really talk about all the monsters that are going to be. It's kind of a spoiler to talk about all the monsters, but you saw a lot of stuff in the trailer, and so you fight all those monsters, obviously, and there's a lot more. I think there's like, I don't know, 70 different kinds of monsters in the game, something like that. So yeah, there's the silver sword, and the silver sword's used against sort of monsters usually and magical creatures, so.
There we are, joining the adventure. Many of you might already be familiar with him. This is Geralt of Rivia, our main protagonist. He's a witcher, one of a dying caste. He's a trained monster slayer. As John mentioned before, he's back from a hunt. He's carrying a mighty trophy on the left of the saddle.
So we saw that from the trailer yesterday, or from the demo.
Exactly. So we are taking that to Novigrad. At this point, players are several hours into the game, so they'll be mostly familiar with how the game handles. And again, as we mentioned, we're closing in on the city of Novigrad, the biggest city in the world of The Witcher 3. We're going to meet a man called Dijkstra. He used to be the head of Redanian intelligence. Now he's a spy and a very powerful mobster. We got a bunch of things to talk about here. Like, if we get close, there's several thousand inhabitants in the city. Buildings made of bricks, paved city streets, warehouses, all desirable guilds and artisans, banks, the breathtaking temple isle, inns, brothels, and the largest seaport in the north. This is Novigrad. It's a living, breathing ecosystem of the several thousand people living in its corners. Everyone in the city, thugs, beggars, lords and loiterers and peasants have their day and time activities, and they make all four districts of the city a unique and characteristic place, worlds within a world to explore. And of course, this is a place which is ripe with quests. And you should be careful, of course, and pay attention to what you pick, because if you pick a quest, another might perish. Your actions and choices have a great effect on the course of the adventure you're taking. But if we were to talk about all the cloak and dagger gameplay the city has to offer, we would be sitting here like all day long. For example, if you look to the other side of the canal, there's that small fish market there, and of course, you can get fish there. But if you meet the right people and if you pay the right prices, you can get some real nice, juicy contraband armor, weapons, and secret ingredients that will aid you in your adventure. So we're going to continue now. Try not to hit the passers-by on the street.
I love the way his hair bounces. That's a really nice detail.
Really nice. We pay a lot of attention to all the composition. Our team is like a constant lookout for where to place things. Big trees, buildings, and whatever, so there's never a point in the game with a bad point of view. All right, so we're getting close to the spot where we are supposed to talk to Dijkstra. Like, he was the one who ordered the griffin to be slain, and we have obviously delivered our part of the deal. Now it's his time to pay us with information. This is a brothel. Oh yeah. There are many more like it in the city. There's an entire district for them.
I'm worried that we left our griffin head back there. Is someone going to steal it?
No.
Okay.
We are formidable.
No one dare steal from Geralt.
Gotcha.
There's our guy. Cutscene.
Greetings, Dijkstra. How's your health? You're late. Fulfilling my end of the bargain. Brought you the head, just like you wanted. It's up to us, son.
So you're on main storyline here, and so the game is like 50 hours. Main storyline, 50 hours of open world. And so it's, this is right on the main storyline path. We can't give away too much, but at least it's kind of like a preview of what you're gonna, the kind of like storytelling you're going to see on the main story in the main story path.
There in the company of a creature that goes by the name of Johnny. Don't laugh, but to believe the witness's tale, this being looks a bit like a child and lives in some burrow in the woods.
Probably a bucker or a Luton. She's in Velen. Damn it.
Geralt, is she who I think she is?
Thanks, Dijkstra. That was going well spent. Nice talking to you. The time I was on my way.
All right, so we got a bit more information about the person Geralt is looking for. She's looking for a certain ashen-haired girl. This information alone is probably strong enough to get all fans like crazy about the new information we can get in the game. All right, so since we have a limited time here at the IGN stage, we're very close to conclude our little demonstration here, and we're gonna say goodbye to the city with a nice view from that bridge over there. So again, the city is huge. We got 4 districts. But unique characteristics. The rich district, the poor district, the harbor district, of course, and the district that's going to be pretty popular, the brothel district. All right, so this is the outskirts. That's where the adventure begins to the south, and yeah, this is Novigrad.
And just a reminder, everything you see in this world, you can actually travel to. It's a big open world gaming experience. So it's
I'm the type of gamer that tries to do side quests before story missions, so I have a feeling I'm going to be very distracted constantly playing this
You
game.
will have plenty of opportunities in this region and basically every region in the game to do that.
Awesome,
Okay.
it looks beautiful. Does that wrap up the demo part?
That's the demo part, so let's
Exactly.
maybe shift
The
to the other
rest-
thing. Yeah.
The rest you will see in the full game.
Wow, it looks amazing. Out February 25th, 2015, is that correct?
February 25th.
Sorry, 25th, yeah.
All right, we're already there. So it's going to be a small snippet of the demo we are presenting over at the business booth. We're in no man's land. It's a huge region of our game, and we're right in the middle of the adventure. We got some information from a guy called Dijkstra that Geralt is looking for a certain person, an ashen-haired girl. I think it's pretty safe to talk about her. There's Ciri. And we're looking for a small childlike creature in the swamps, so we are going to use our Witcher senses to look for traces, possible traces of this small creature. Since Geralt is a Witcher, he has these enhanced senses that enhance both audible and visible clues, so we can look for all sorts of things leading to any prey Geralt might have. And here we have stumbled upon some smallish footprints, so we're going to follow them.
So we're showing off our water physics a lot, and our sort of water particle
All right,
system.
in a while, yes.
And we're going to be showing off our combat a lot in this sequence.
Johnny? Don't be afraid. You're a bucka? Ah, a godling. Not many of you left. I'm looking for a woman with ashen hair. Seen her? Tell me everything from the start. Where did you see her? What was she doing? It's important to me. Why not? Lost your voice? Can I help you somehow? Can't understand you. Try to explain it somehow. Want me to follow you? No choice, I guess.
All right, so Johnny apparently wants us to help him regain his voice, and since it's information we're looking for, it makes a lot of sense to follow him. So let's follow wherever he's taking us through the swamps. It's a really nice place. All sorts of points of interest.
You also
All right.
mentioned we're on the main storyline here.
Exactly, all right. We seem to stumbled upon some wildlife.
Yep.
We're gonna use some signs to
You
fight
recognize
them.
these guys?
These are drowners.
Yeah.
Whenever a nearby village or city guards want to get rid of bodies, they mostly dump them in the swamps. It's the easiest way to get rid of them. And some of these bodies come back as these vile creatures, again called drowners. They pester travelers and adventurers like us, but we came prepared, as you saw. All right, so let's follow Johnny a little bit further. We're going to see some really interesting things here.
I think you saw some cutting limbs there, so we implemented a new sort of full dismemberment system in the game, so you can cut everything up, basically.
People seem to like that a lot.
This the place? Let me look around. Something's on the ledge? Something that'll get you your voice back? Guess I gotta make this climb.